Hello. What is going on, everybody? I think something broke. Let me see. Nope, we're good. Never mind. Hey, welcome to Not Brain Wreck Live. Welcome to a solo stream. It's just me. You got me for however long I can go for. How long that'll be, I don't know. Last time I did one of these by myself, I said I was going to go for like 30, 40 minutes, and I ended up going for like over an hour. So this could be the same exact thing. Let's be professional, put that in a glass. Be classy. There we go. It is Wednesday night. We're having a good time, kicking back, relaxing, doing all sorts of fun stuff. Am I mic peaking? Oh, yeah, that's way up. There, let's turn it down a little bit. All right. All sorts of fun stuff to go over here tonight. Little this, little that. Jason X is on the road. So you got me. Patrick Fenton, how you doing? Christy, hello. I hope you're cozy still. I'm trying to get... See, I did screw something up. And I didn't connect my OBS to Restream, so like my chat is going to be a little wonky. So just bear with me if I don't get to you right away, or if something doesn't show as I hoped it would. But we seem to be doing okay right now. Why is that still showing like that? Hang on here. Nope, we're good, yeah. Something's going on with the Restream. I don't know. But hey, we got all sorts of fun stuff to talk about tonight. A lot of weird stuff. It's going to be a weird couple of weeks. I don't know if you anyhow saw what happened last night. But got weird. So I can promise you this at least. We won't be eating any pets. We won't be doing any illegal operations of any kind. Going to block you because I don't know you and you're trying to solicit my attention, which I don't appreciate. Patrick Fenton listened to the nonsense at work today on replay. Brother, on replay? Woof! I will say this. We had a little watch party at a friend's house last night. They were hosting it. And there was like a big group of people. And I never thought politics could be so fun. Let me just say that. We were hooting and hollering. We had pizza. We were sharing drinks. We played bingo. I was one of the first people to win at bingo. I don't usually win at a lot of things, but bingo was one of them last night. And I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing that, you know, people were winning so quick, like within the first, 30 minutes. Christy, I don't know if you have, more of an idea of what the timing was on that, but we were scratching off a lot of boxes pretty quick. It was interesting. I felt good about some of it, and I felt honestly concerned about a lot of it. And we won't get too political here on this show because I'm not very much of a political person as it is, but when there's a former president and a man who wants to become president again standing up on a stage in front of this great nation, in front of the world, and screaming into the microphone about how they're eating pets in Ohio and performing illegal sex change operations on immigrants and doing abortions after children are born. I just don't care what side of the fence you're on. Me as a human being, as a person, as someone who thinks they know, a couple of things here and there, I don't know how anybody could look at that man and go, yep, that's our guy. That guy who sounds like the crackheads on the corner screaming about the boogeymen who ate a giraffe in the alleyway behind the Arby's. That is what I felt was happening last night with Trump. Like, unhinged nonsense. Concepts of a plan. I have many concepts. I don't always have plans. Sometimes I just go with the wind. Go where the road takes me. Much like this show. So let's get into it. Let's get into some stuff. All right. So, a lot to cover, not a lot to cover at the same time. So we're going to kind of see how this rolls out. Mainly a few topics. I'm going to try to keep it tight. We're going to see if we can stick to that. But, if you saw in the description, there was a big pro wrestling event that happened not too long ago. So we're going to talk about that and some of the controversies that came out of AEW All Out. We've got some gaming, mostly some streaming news coming from the world of YouTube and Twitch and that circus. And then we also got some horror news, horror media, horror movie updates because, folks, it's spooky season. Like, I don't know if you... wait, hang on. Maybe I should change. Maybe we should, really get into it. Ready? Hang on. Let's see how quick I can do this on the fly. Let's see. What about... I think I got one of these. What about a little fire action? Oh, look at that. Let's get hot. Let's get hot with it. Ooh, it's got a little glow back there, too. Let's see if we can do the other one. Let's get the other one going. Oh, look at that. We're just getting all hot and spicy right now. I like it. I dig it. Okay. Actually, no, I didn't want it. I was really feeling the blue kind of keeps it nice and cool in here. So I'm going to go back to that. We're going to go back to that real quick. Hang on. I got to change it. I had a vibe I was going for tonight, very chill. The red kind of throws me off. All right, so kick things off. AEW All Out. What a show. I did not see it. I will preface with that. I did not see it. However, I was following it as much as I could online. Given all of the issues going on with X right now, because for the life of me, I kept trying to follow that damn hashtag, and not a single update was coming through. So, mostly got the updates the following day, rather. Watched a lot of the clips, saw what happened, and oh boy, people had some thoughts. I'll say this. Getting right into it, the Swerve Strickland Adam Page match. Okay, I have not been following the product too closely as of late, but I know these guys are in basically like a blood feud. And then it was what? Fenton, you're gonna start updating me now. Fenton, I might need some feedback from you as I'm going along on this. Wait, Christy. One red, one blue. Looks like Portal's behind you. Ooh, maybe we'll do that for a little game stream coming up here soon. Kind of keep that in the theme. So I know a little bit before, a few days before All Out, some shit went down on TV on national television. Okay, was it TNT? Where they know drama? Because they fucking gave us some drama, all right. Adam Page burned a house down. Bergman, blood feud might be an understatement. A man committed arson, a felony, on live television, and people applauded him for it. Which, I don't know that I've... Oh, TBS burns down the house. Okay, good to know. Same family of channels, though. Yeah, Hangman Page burned down Swerve Strickland's childhood home as a way to get under his skin, which like if you want heat, no pun intended, like that is a way to get some heat. That is a way to build to a blow-off match, which I mean, blow-off match. Like, there's no way that was the blow-off match. Like these guys are definitely going to go at least one more round. But yeah, like I saw the tweet earlier in the day where Swerve was talking about like how he bought his childhood home, this, that, and the other thing, and then just everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh, Paige is going to burn it down. Like he's going to set it on fire tonight, guaranteed." So I was like, if that's what you think, I got no context to go on. And then sure enough, motherfucker did it. Burn that shit to the ground. Which again, like. You don't really see that too often in pro wrestling. Fenton says, my hot take, AEW's television mostly sucks right now. Their pay-per-views are mostly really good. Okay. That's good to know. Because I don't follow the product too closely. I keep up to date with it, though. But I'm not watching every week. I don't know what the vibe is right now. I don't know what they're necessarily going for. After All Out, my thought was like, oh, they're really trying to do something different. Different being like ultra violence to an extent. Like I don't know that a motherfucker's been shanked yet. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody's gotten stabbed. I don't believe anybody's been shot. But we're committing felonies. We're attempting murders. That's pretty gnarly, I suppose. Yeah, so they did that going into All Out, and then they had an unsanctioned cage match, which, not going to lie, some of the stuff that they were doing in that match looked pretty brutal. And for me, as a wrestling fan and what I typically enjoy, I'll say this. It wasn't necessarily for me, only because maybe I don't know too much about it. Because maybe I'm still a little bit on the outside. Bergman. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, we're getting some updates here, folks. Fenton says, last I knew, no stabbings or shootings. Bergman says, to be fair, the feud did start with Swerve breaking into Paige's home when he was out of town and cutting a promo on his newborn. What? You got a promo on a baby? All right, this is and how many times did I pitch an idea of an I Quit match ending either with Cena giving up when a Make-A-Wish child was threatened or actual gunplay? Okay. This is, I don't know, man. You might see that at some point, just saying, like with the way everything's been going. But yeah, so I was catching clips on the match. Honestly, it wasn't for me. The whole discourse around, was it too violent? Was it too much? Did they cross a line? Did they, get too graphic? At first I was like, yeah, kind of. I mean, like the chair shot at the end looked brutal. I know that they gimmick the chairs. Was it QT Marshall already came out and said that the chairs are gimmicked? I think that Tony Khan is smart enough to not let one of his top performers take a move on a fucking cinder block. So kind of like the discussion Axe and I have almost like every month on this channel of, hey, in the WWE, they gimmick the tables. Why? Because they want to make it safer for the people going through them. In AEW, they're gimmicking the weapons because they don't want people to hurt each other. So all that said, where I kind of took issue, not even so much issue, more concern, was you're going to start getting some indie marks who don't know any better because they were trained like shit by some guy that bought a ring off of somebody somewhere, and they pay $100 a month to rent out a warehouse space, and they have like a 3-month training program and charge the kids like $300 a month. Those dudes are going to see this shit and go, yo, that's hardcore. We want to do it. And then like, my fear is that a lot of new wrestlers coming up are going to see it and go, I want to do that as well. But they're not going to understand the difference between like, hey, this is a gimmick. Because in wrestling, we're trying to be better and we're trying to protect each other. And we're trying to make sure that, you know, everybody can walk when they're retired and move around and not get CTE. My fear is you're going to start getting a lot of copycats that don't know any better and that are going to do it wrong. That was the first thing that ran through my mind. So did they go too far in terms of the violence? No. I mean, I don't think so. Okay. Did they go too far in maybe the way that they sort of told that story? Perhaps. And when I say told that story, like told the story in the ring, perhaps. I am much more of a less is more kind of guy. I think you kind of work towards the big spot, and then the big spot is the big spot. Maybe you do something like super crazy at the end, but just like the chaos for the sake of chaos. I like the chaos for the sake of building to something. Controlled chaos is what I like. Much like my life, controlled chaos is what I like in professional wrestling these days. So I don't know. I'm not in AEW. I don't know, you know, what their thought process is. I just see the stuff that they put out. You know, is it all for me? No. I don't generally like a lot of what they do, but they have fans. It's working for them. It is what it is. Catching up on chat here. Fenton says, that is correct. Swerve started as the heel. Paige was the face, then somehow switched roles. It's bad acting at best. Bergman. Okay, you brought up the exact thing I wanted to ask you about, actually. The Urban Wrestling Federation. I was trying to find out what the name of the promotion was, because this is the thing from back, I think we were in college or something. Because I believe, like, wasn't it like their first pay-per-view / streamed event? Like, they actually, like, shot a dude. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Because when I saw all this going down, I was like, what the fuck was that promotion where, like, somebody got shot? Fenton remembers that. Never saw any of it, though. Okay. So I'm glad we're all here together. So yeah, here I'm gonna pull this up. Bergman, second show. Okay, so it was the second show. So AEW faces criticism for violent, all-out moments. See, look at that cinder block. Listen, ain't nobody taking real cinder block to the head. Come on. Second show, yes, yep. Slick Wagner Brown was on that show. Yes, I'm glad we're doing this, guys. Polarizing reactions from fans due to level of violence featured on the show. We were just kind of talking about the cage match. Variety of weapons, including staple guns, barbed wire, even a piece of wood Paige pulled from the burned ruins of Strickland's childhood home. Okay, that's fucking heat. That's some fucking heat. I like that. Arguably, the most brutal moments came when Swerve dropped Hangman on a cinder block with a vertebreaker. Paige returned the favor with a powerbomb. The ending that's received much of the criticism as Paige appeared to inject Swerve with a hypodermic needle before knocking him out cold with the chair shot to the head for the victory. The needle thing. Let's talk about the needle thing real quick. I did not understand the point of the needle thing. Was this a working needle? Was there a story with the needle? Can we talk about the needle? Why was there a needle? What was the purpose of the needle? I really got to know. Because I started hearing the rumblings, and then I saw the footage. I'm just like, but why? Like, with everything I just said too, I understand the cinder block. I understand the piece of wood from the house. I even understand the chair shot. But why a needle? Was the needle necessary? And like, this is what I'm kind of saying to, like, you know, was the violence too much, or was the violence too much? I don't think so. But was there just too much stuff? Yeah. He said, no, the needle is just indie garbage bullshit that started a few years ago. There are other people injecting each other with needles on shows? What is this trend? What is happening? What is going on? Who's injecting who with needles? Guys, they teach you this in like health class. Don't play with needles. That's dangerous, okay? That's how you get hepatitis, AIDS, HIVs. Could be heroin in them. Don't do that, okay? Not even once. Don't do it. You don't need that. Yeah, the needle for me, I'm just like, why? Of all things, why? And then the chair shot. So, like, I know a lot of people were kind of going back and forth on the chair shot. God, I want to say it was Ricky Morton, like, tweeted about something, like, kind of, sort of asking guys to, like, hey, stop doing this, please, you know, because, listen, I don't know if you know this, Ricky Morton's been around the block a few times. He's gone back around the block a few times, too. And when he's somebody coming out and saying, like, hey, please learn from me. I've done this before. I regret a lot of it. Please take better care of yourself. And then, like, people are coming at him. People who have, like, never been in a wrestling ring are trying to explain to him the gimmick and how it is. It doesn't matter what the gimmick is or how it is. Number one, shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about wrestling. Keep your ass on the other side of the guardrail where you belong, okay? The guardrail is there for a reason. Number two, like, let the man speak his mind. He's a legend, okay? And if you want an example of anybody else, look at McFoley, okay? And this is one of the things that kind of made me go, you know, in terms of the violence, I get it. Because, like, I grew up with ECW. I grew up with McFoley. You know, before that, I mean, Christ, Terry Funk. You know, all the shit he would do in Japan, the death matches, Onita. I mean, they're like, the stuff they did in All Out was tame in comparison to a lot of stuff that has happened in pro wrestling. I mean, shit, The Undertaker hung a man in a cell like 15 years ago, something like that. Actually, I think it was 15 years ago. My God. No, 15, 20, 25 years ago. Holy shit. Time is weird. So, yeah, I can see both sides. I think ultimately what we need to do is just tell better stories and just make sure that people are safe. Do what you want to do as long as it's safe. That's kind of my takeaway from it all. Do whatever you want to do. Fenton saying you think guys that work for hot dogs and pizza give a shit about health class. Hey, you know, you're not wrong. Yeah, Ricky Morton was tweeting about it, asking people to stop being dumb. Yeah. And like, this is the thing. I do see a lot more legends and people who were wrestling decades ago trying to, like, smarten people up and just say, like, hey, like, you can do the wrestling thing and not harm yourself for the rest of your life. Like, it's okay. You can just tell a story. Less is more. Again, I'm very much a less is more kind of guy. Let's see. Fans give mixed reactions to AEW All Out. Fenton, overall, what did you think of the show? And Bergman, did you see it? And if so, what did you think? Because I have heard a bit more of a mixed reaction to it all. Which, you know, if the build to the entire show was going to be the unsanctioned cage match, which, actually, I'll pull this up. Whoa, what the fuck just happened? Hello? Oh, wait. Where'd I go? Uh-oh. Did my stream just die? Everything just went black. Hang on. Hello? No, there we go. Oh, weird. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah. I feel like Swerve had the best response to everybody who was like, oh, it was too violent. Unsanctioned. What did you expect? Go where others won't. Stop it. And yeah, like, you got what you paid for. You paid for an unsanctioned match. You were going to get an unsanctioned match. Unsanctioned matches typically don't end, with, a body slam and a pinfall. They might end with like a body slam off the roof through exploding barbed wire. And then maybe like a roll up, but not, a very simple maneuver into a 1-2-3. Fenton, you liked the show overall. Didn't care for the last minute of the cage match, but the whole show was a really great show. I'm still here. Yes. Bergman did not. He was at the a bad Syracuse Mets game where they lost 19-0. Oh, fuck. Goddamn. Yeah. So I've heard a lot of mixed stuff. The other thing I do want to talk about, too. Speaking of the violence, the plastic bag spot, which is a spot like I believe they have done a couple of times now. But after Danielson wrestled the top half of Two Kids in a Trench Coat, Jack Perry, was it the Moxley and Claudio and that whole gang of fellas came out. They beat down Danielson, and Moxley threw the plastic bag over his head and started to choke him out. And a lot of people were kind of uneasy with that too. I pulled up this article here, kind of recapping what Bully Ray said on Busted Open Radio. First thing that came to mind was Ric Flair and Terry Funk, which, same. This is like an old school gimmick, something that has been done way back in the territory days. And yeah, the implication was very violent. And I think that if you're going to, work this in, yeah, it absolutely fits if you're building towards a violent match. Not a Dynamite on Wednesday night where you're just going to cut a promo afterwards. Like, it should be, I'm going to strangle you with this. And then maybe like that is how we get into the next thing, which isn't just like a 10-minute promo in the ring. Also, it's one of those things that I feel like AEW does too much of. They do too much of giving people too much. It's always too much. Like, you're gonna burn a man's house down, all right? Well, on like Thursday, Friday night, and then you're gonna strangle a man with a plastic bag in the middle of the show, and then you're going to inject a needle into a man and do all the shit they did in a cage match later on in the show. Like, it's overbooked. Just, again, less is more. Have the violent focus be on Paige and Swerve. Okay? The Moxley, the Danielson stuff. Like, if anything, they should be building to that now. Okay? Oh, Jason Axe in the chat. Jason Axe took the bag spot once. That's right, you did. And he says it sucked. Bergman says, I will say this, though. Looking forward to Grand Slam in 2 weeks. Free TV. Nigel versus Bryan Danielson in a year of our Lord 2024 is wild and cool to see. 100%. 100%. Mox is being built to be the person to retire. Brian Bergman thinks. So it's gonna be something. Okay. Like, and that's totally fine. But for me, it's like, why are we doing thing A and then doing this other thing over here, which like it again. It's too much. Like you don't need you don't need Moxley and Danielson doing that thing when you got Swerve and Page on top. You don't need to do Moxley and Danielson if the next thing isn't going to be some kind of altercation or some kind of match. And I don't know, maybe something happened on Dynamite tonight beyond just a promo, but I have not seen the Twitters blowing up yet, so I don't know. So, again, it's the type of thing where I feel like AEW is trying to just jam too many things into a sock and hoping that it's comfortable for everybody. And I don't think it's really going to work out for them in the long term. I think that they just need to be better at pacing things out, doing less, and telling a good story. Like, they don't need to be running to the next spot. Just let things settle. Let things build. Allow people to enjoy the show. Recondition people that, hey, we're taking our time with this. Savor it. Okay? There's a reason why most of the WWE feuds right now have been going on for months, and people are still hooked. And this isn't me going, rah, rah, WWE, rah, rah. I'm just saying, as a comparison, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk they milked a goddamn bracelet feud for months. And that shit is still going on, and people are still invested. Cody Rhodes has been feuding with the Bloodline for a goddamn decade. Okay? And people are still interested in various aspects of it. Okay? Because it still works. Take your time. Build the story. Relax. You're going to get your payoff. Just slow down. Take it easy. All right, where the hell am I going next? Okay, let's see. Next on our list. Talked a little bit about this a couple weeks ago. Ooh, wrong one. There we go. Some news from the streaming world. Listen, my hope is that, me now doing shows like this and trying to get into different types of content, I've been trying to, dive into some areas that I'm not necessarily used to, talk about some things that I'm not necessarily used to, like politics. And how, no, we're not eating pets. Nor are we performing sex change operations in schools. But I'm pretty sure J.D. Vance fucked a couch. Dr. Disrespect. I don't know if anybody out there follows this kind of thing. I don't know if anybody out there really cares about this kind of thing. But this is, if at all anything, this is going to be a future case study, okay, of why we need to stop investing so much in people like this, okay? If you don't remember, earlier this summer, a former Twitch employee went to Twitter to say that the reason Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch was because he was sexting a minor and trying to meet up with the person at TwitchCon, which is their big, annual convention. And a shitstorm ensued. Doc was very outspoken and was claiming his innocence. Apparently, some other Twitch employees sort of backed up Cody Connors, which is the former Twitch employee that posted everything. And this eventually led to Doc posting a rather lengthy response to the situation. This was what he said back in June, I want to say it was, where he addressed everything that happened. Because he was banned in 2020 and very little information was ever released about what happened, why it happened, what the results were. The only thing we really knew was that he was banned. A lawsuit was settled out of court where neither party admitted fault, and then Doc was essentially paid out his entire contract from that point on. So he responds, he puts this lengthy thing together, and then he says kind of an admission of guilt. Well, not kind of an admission of guilt. He straight up admits to the fact that, yes, there were there Twitch whispers with an individual minor, back in 2027 or 2017? The answer is yes. Now, these are his words. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not, which real intentions is kind of an interesting thing to say. Because what were the presumed intentions? What were the thought of intentions? What intentions is he alluding to? These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate. So he himself admitted to having inappropriate conversations with a minor. And then he went on a little vacation. He took his little break. And then he came back and he started trolling everybody. Started making fun of people on Twitter. Saying how everybody's projecting on him. Even though he admitted to sending inappropriate messages to a minor. Oh, and then he deleted it, by the way. He did delete it. Like, everybody, the world was just going to forget that he put that out there. But he came back last week. What the hell is today? Yeah, came back to stream last week. Did a whole 20-minute tirade about his response to the allegations, his response to everything that's been said, his response to this, that, and the other thing. Bullshit. Where is it? Yeah, it was like a 20-minute, like he took 20 minutes at the top of his stream to kind of go through everything. And I'm going to give you some of the highlights that homie was hitting people with, okay? One of the things he said in response to Cody Connors, who outed him, he said, "Do you know the legal quote, do you know the legal definition of sexting, or of what sexting is? I do." So he's done his research. He says, "Yeah, I was using Twitch's whispers, but I wasn't sexting anyone." Okay, so again, he's done his research. He said okay, this is the crazy part. You want to talk about a man who's lost his fucking mind? Because when he made the statement back in, I think it was June, where he admitted everything, he edited it, returned to the original post, and then edited it again, mainly to edit out the word minor. He said, "I even made sure the word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc." His claim is that he made himself out to be a sexual predator for the trolls because he wanted to troll the media. He should have just come on stream and said they're eating pets in Ohio. Because that probably would have been better than anything he just said. And then the whammy for me, which kind of made me go, oh, okay, he knows what he did, and he's not saying anything else other than, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? They never investigated the age of consent and the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. So that kind of, to me, says that maybe the person wasn't in the U.S. Maybe they were messaging somebody in a state where, unfortunately, the legal age of consent is under 18. I'm glad that a lot of people still came out against him and were holding him to this. And I'm glad we haven't really heard anything from him since, because listen, he knows he fucked up. Everybody knows he's backpedaling. And I am glad that people are starting to hold him to the torch, and that more people are pushing for bigger accountability, because this is the type of thing that I really hope in the very near future we start to wash out from content creators. Bergman says, I'm just saying there's no federal law on the books about this, so it's patchwork from state to state definition. Yes, and he did say that no judge would bring it to trial. Essentially, it was deemed that no wrongdoing was done. I believe, and this is my opinion, it was stated that no wrongdoing was done because there was no judge that could sort of help. There was no way that this could go to court in the U.S. because I don't think that anybody would have jurisdiction over it. Bergman also says, and none that were explicitly referred to as sexting as a crime that I saw quickly. Yeah. I think that this is something that would have been either out of the U.S.'s hands, which is why no government entity could maybe go after him for it. I think that he was messaging somebody who was under the age of 18. That is my take on it. The person he was speaking with was under the age of 18. So that's that. But yeah, this is something that I really hope we start to see get washed out, is these sort of shitbag content creators that have been essentially building huge followings. And then like you kind of find out like, oh yeah, no, like they are a shitty person. Oh no, like they have really built a lot of these toxic environments. Oh no, like they have been harboring like bad intentions and shitty people and doing a lot of nasty stuff, like Mr. Beast, who is still popping up in the news because another former Mr. Beast employee claims that he was fired illegally from a toxic environment. This just came out today, I believe. Another ex-employee of Mr. Beast has spoken out against the YouTuber, declaring they were wrongfully fired and alleged further misconduct. Wow, you guys can't see that. That is very... What is going on with this website's using listen, you have all of this. You have so much space here on the right-hand side. Use it. Put stuff there. Put content there that belongs to the article. Okay? Let's see if I can do this. Oh God. Oh no. Hang on. Okay. Let me try this. Let's do this. This is important, and we should all read it. Oh God. No. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Let's back up a little bit. Okay. That's good enough. You're fine. Bergman, I love that you're here. A consent without admission. We do it all the time in order of protection cases. Everyone agrees to keep the order without admitting or denying any allegation. They can't figure the website out the mobile design. Yeah. Listen, I understand a mobile first mentality, but like, don't forget the people that use desktop. And also everything's like widescreen monitors now. The Mr. Beast drama continues. Once again, another former employee of the YouTube Juggernaut claiming they were illegally fired and alleging the content creator fostered a toxic work environment. I could have never believed that from Jimmy. Multiple allegations have been thrown against Jimmy Donaldson, known as Mr. Beast Online, including accusations that he covered up sexual misconduct, which I believe a lot of people were leaning into these past couple of months. Laundered money. Oh, fuck. That's a new one. And much more. Recently, former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weedle begged for police to get involved in the investigation. He later claimed that all the accusations thrown at Donaldson were true, quote unquote, and warned that things may still get worse for the content creator. Now, yet another former employee has shared their piece online, Trey Yates, who worked for Mr. Beast from 2018 to 2021, spoke out about his time working for the YouTuber during his September 10th appearance on the Asher Show. Quick bits from it. Fired for refusing to work more than 45 hours. Let me try that again. He was fired for refusing to work more than 45 hours a week, which you should never have to do. The editor noted how a sponsorship video that was never going to do well in the first place struggled to perform. Mr. Beast called him up, angered, and demanded he lose sleep and achieve absolute perfection out of every video, all the while putting in zero work himself to do so. Jake, who now works for Jacksepticeye, okay, there you go, proclaimed that while working with the company in 2020, an internal investigation was conducted after it was discovered Adderall was being passed around and offered to employees as a way to make them finish their work quicker. I'm not Bergman. Oh, Axe, old man yells at screen. Am I the old man? Am I yelling at the screen? This goes back to the fucking sexual misconduct allegations that were going on months ago with his former content partner, who was doing some fucking gross shit. I don't think that, again, this to me does not end well for Mr. Beast. I think things do not end well for Guy Beam, also known as Dr. Disrespect. I'm hoping that there is a reckoning coming, because I think at the end of the day, folks, what we really need to do is we need to focus less on making these shitty people famous, okay? Just stop. You don't, listen, I would rather you not do any of this. Subscribe, but you can just turn this off, but subscribe first, okay? And then have your friends subscribe. But go outside, throw a ball around, get some fresh air, go for a walk, clear your head, find something better to do than to follow these fucking idiots. Bergman, the dude was buying up houses in his hometown to basically have his team at his beck and call, and we're surprised that his work environment might not be great. Cue shock and horror. Yeah. Not great. Not too great. But speaking of shock and horror, hey, let's talk about some horror news, okay? Let's finish things out on a high note. Bro, we need views. I know we need views. And I'm hoping that maybe some of this controversy, oh, look at these guys are talking about it. I'm trying to talk about the stuff that's hot right now, the topics, the trending things. What's Gen Z all interested in? What is it? You got to hit the buzzwords. Make sure you share, subscribe. Taylor Swift, Springfield's eating pets, Venezuelan gangs. What's another one? JD Vance fucks a couch. Donald Trump just screams at anybody and anyone who's around him. YouTube algorithm, throw us in the mix. Come on, we're due for a boost. Okay, we gotta go. End of the year, I want to be at 1,000 subscribers. End of the year, okay. Let's get this going. All right, let's get this going. Let's talk about some happy news, some horror news, because listen, folks, it's a spooky season. All right, it's spooky. And yeah, it's still summer, but listen, it smells like spookiness in the air. The VMAs are tonight. They still do the VMAs? The VMAs are still a thing? Axe, what's with the eating pets thing? You've been in the woods. Brother, I don't know if you know this. I can't wait for when you're back and we can... Whenever you have Axe, the next time you have time available, I don't care what day or time it is, just let me know. We should just do a stream and I'll catch you up to speed on everything. Because Donald Trump spent a good chunk of time last night during the first presidential debate of 2024, screaming about how they're eating pets in Ohio. Cats, dogs, illegal immigrants, they're eating pets. And everybody's getting sex change operations. And MTV still shows television shows. I don't even know what MTV is. I don't believe MTV truly exists anymore. I think everybody's just being gaslit. Okay, let's wrap this up. Horror media news, box office, Beetlejuice scares up near record 110 domestic opening. I'm happy to hear this. I'm very happy to hear this. We have not gone and seen the movie yet. We intend to. I'm looking forward to it because I've heard mixed reactions. I've heard mixed reviews. A lot of people are like, yeah, it's good. A lot of people are like, it's too much. But I'll tell you what. There's 2 people in chat right now that gave me all the proof I need to go see this movie. And that is Jason X and Ryan Bergman. Because both of them hit me up and they were like, yo, this is a fun time at the movies. It's good. A lot of laughs. Go enjoy it. And I said, you know what? We'll go. I mean, we were probably going to go anyways, but like now I'm even more excited to go. And here's the thing about reviews. Reviews are bullshit. Okay? Like Variety, The Hollywood Reporter. It's okay. Like it is these guys, but like they're just reporting the numbers, okay? But like you go online and you see all these reviews about it, and like half of the time it's just hate bait. Okay? It's just people screaming hate into the void, hoping that it gets picked up. And like that has the potential to skew opinions of people who never even saw the thing. But when 2 of my buddies, 2 of my best buds, hit me up and they're just like, hey, this is a good movie, I know that I can trust those sources. Because those are 2 men that I trust. And if you can't trust Jason Axe and Ryan Bergman, and Patrick Fenton even, who can you trust? Patrick Fenton says, he's heard this is great to see. Haven't seen it yet myself, but lots of people I know like it. And hey, you know what? Trust the opinions of the people you know unless they're telling you that Venezuelan immigrants are getting sex change operations and eating pets in Ohio. If that's what they're telling you, maybe go find some new friends or just ask that person how they're doing and ask them if there's anything that they need. But, you know, if you got some people that you're buddies with and they give you some good tips on, hey, go check out this movie, go listen to this band, you know, those are the opinions that I tend to follow more than what, you know, some asshole says online. Which, yeah. Oh, wait, I had an article I was going to pull up. Where'd it go? No. Okay. Anyways. A couple things. Highlights, streaming this month. Because listen, I want people. Because look, Bergman. While the American version of Speak No Evil hits theaters this week, watch the yes, and we're here now. We're here on Shudder. Look at this, streaming on Shudder. Bergman, I know. Yes, man, this is what I want. I want this. Yeah, I've heard. Okay, so the original Speak No Evil, the Danish movie, I've heard is fucking bonkers. I've heard a lot of people like it. I've also heard pretty good things about the American remake, which is coming out shortly. So maybe check it out. But I would say if you're a horror fan, if you're interested in seeing maybe something new, Speak No Evil will be out there. But maybe check out the original Danish version first. I would say that. Other stuff you got coming up on Shudder. Watch parties. Watch parties every Friday night at 9 p.m. Curated double features, including Neo Slasher double features and A Violent Nature, Lake Bodom. Okay, real quick. Hang on. Okay, I know that I was just talking about, like, you know, you can't just listen to every asshole on the internet who's got an opinion about a movie. I did not like In a Violent Nature. I thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was a really bad movie. I thought it was a dumb movie. And I know, like, people who saw it and liked it will probably say, well, you just didn't understand it. And my response to that is, correct. I didn't understand it. And because I didn't understand it, I didn't like it. It's boring. No, fucking axe. Yeah, Axe. The Danes took the Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor movie, turned it into a horror movie, and then the Americans remade it. That's exactly what happened. In a Violent Nature, I mean, look, if you're into something different, feel free to check it out. I don't recommend it. I was bored. I was very bored. I will say it has probably the best on-screen kill that I've ever seen in a movie. So it's got that going for it. Otherwise, I think you can pass on it. Just my opinion. But you don't need to listen to me because I'm just some asshole on the internet. But yeah, it looks like they got some double features streaming every weekend coming up. A couple new flicks happening. Oh, August 6th. We're already past it. Oh, man. Yeah, In a Violent Nature drops in a couple of days. Look at that guy. Like it's a cool idea, you know, a slasher movie from the killer's perspective. They tried something new, and I'll give them credit for that. So that's dropping soon. Oddity, we're past that. Ooh, Horror's Greatest. If you want a good, just like hour-long episode, just like sit, hang out, and watch, highly recommend Horror's Greatest. This is a fun watch. I've been kind of like not into the documentary stuff lately, just in general. As like I'm just like you know, it's I can go read about that and not invest myself too much into it. I started watching these the other night. I watched the first 2 episodes. Incredibly fun. It really gives more insight into the history of horror movies. And like specific genres and specific movies that really help make that genre and why. Very cool. Very insightful. A lot of fun. Highly recommend it. If you've got Shudder, go check it out. Highly recommend. Resurrected title, September 2024. We got Salem's Lot. A lot of buzz around Salem's Lot right now. I actually just grabbed that on Blu-ray not too long ago, so I got to check that out. Candyman, The Funhouse, People Under the Stairs, which is another movie I just grabbed not too long ago. So yeah, ton of movies dropping. The horror movie season, folks, is in full effect. And we got some new movies coming out, okay? Not just old movie streaming. We got some new movies coming out. And one movie that I think you all should be excited for is Mouseboat Massacre. Exclusive look from Bloody Disgusting at another upcoming Mickey Mouse horror movie. Folks, it's out of the bag. They're doing it. The moment that Steamboat Willie motherfucker went on public, fucking public domain, everybody's got it. Everybody now, okay, remember back in the day, and yeah, I said back in the day. Remember back in the day when it was like the race to see which studio could produce their superhero universe first? And we, you know, we kick things off with the Pooniverse, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Now we got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 coming out. We've got Piglet coming out. I think there's going to be a Tigger movie coming out. We got Peter Pan and the Neverland Nightmare coming out. There's already a movie called like Mousetrap with Steamboat Willie, which I heard is a dog shit. Mouseboat Massacre. Does this have a trailer? If this has a trailer, we're going to watch the trailer. Let's see. Hang on real quick. Trailer? Scream. Oh, I'm sorry. There's not a trailer for for Mouseboat Massacre. However, we do have a trailer for Screamboat. Hang on. Guys. This is the year 2024. What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? I'm just over here talking about nonsense, rambling for a fucking hour like I'm Donald Trump. Let's watch this. Oh, God, that's loud.
I heard stories about a monster that lurked in the underbelly of the ferry. After 90 years,
Oh, this is from the guy that did people that did Terrifier.
he's actually out in the public.
Look at those little legs on the toilet.
Few goes with it.
It's the happiest place on earth.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Do we already got a Piglet trailer?
Beautiful. Can you believe it's been 10 years since we've been here? Hello?
I hope there's no... Wait, this isn't like Red Band, is it?
Hello there.
Oh my god.
Are you the girl I spoke to earlier?
It's her 21st birthday.
Bad things happen to people who visit that camp.
There was a rant of him that rejected by his family. There was a faction we called the Piglet.
Oh, my God.
What kind of name is that?
I just thought I saw his car. Look, he would be insane if he showed up. But he is insane, Susan.
I've got us some girls renting the camp for the weekend. You choose whichever you want. We'll put the rest in the freezer.
What? What?
I left him with some naughty marks.
Don't come any closer. Hey, get away from her.
You really have nothing to worry.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You big pig, you couldn't get me.
Save some of it for the movie. That was violent. I was not ready for that. What the... So... This is where we are now. It is just... It is the space race of who can make public domain horror movies the fastest. And I don't think anybody is... Berkman 2025 needs to hurry the hell up. I've heard nothing but bad things about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Did we have this? I don't know. It's for somebody. Okay? It's for somebody. Maybe it's Bergman. I'm assuming that this is for you. And you know what? I feel like at some point you're going to drag me into this. I feel like you're going to drag me into this, and I'm willing to accept it. I just want you to know that if it happens, I'm willing to accept it. Okay. We got a couple more things we're going to run through real quick. Over on Fangoria, we got Blumhouse's Wolfman trailer, a fresh take on the classic monster. I've heard rumblings that they're maybe trying to like reboot the Universal monster movie stuff. Axe. We should do one. What's coming up that we can jump on? I mean, we can jump on what already exists, and we can keep our eye out for more. But anyways, yeah, so they just released a trailer for the new Wolfman, which we'll take a look at. Yeah, it seems like there's a push right now to like reboot Universal monster movie series. They tried doing that like that Universal dark universe with all the monsters. Bergman, I'm offended. You think this is my realm, but I love me some stupid bad horror. I wasn't thinking it. I just said maybe. Because you're usually the one. Listen, you were the one that broke the Pooniverse to me. All right. So I just assumed that you were on the up and up with all this stuff. But I digress. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to like reboot this stuff all again because like they kind of were doing it like over the last 15 years, but they failed. Like the Dracula Untold movie wasn't great. They did the Wolfman movie a little bit before that, I think. There was that Tom Cruise Mummy movie, which I think was dead on arrival. But they just had an Invisible Man movie by the same director, which is actually, hey, look at this, getting a sequel, or still in the cards at least. And then they've got this coming out, so I'm curious to see where this goes. They got to sell theme park tickets to the Dark Universe, pal. I mean, you know. And look at, I would love to see a new generation of the Universal monster movies. I love the Universal monster movies. Like, I don't love them. I love the idea of them. They're good now. It's a really good novelty. It's good nostalgia. Like, they're old movies, okay? Like, the movies are all almost 100 years old, okay? Oh my God, Ryan Bergman. Betty Boop enters public domain on 2026. There's something there with the pinup style. I've got things I got to do that day. All right. But anyways, back to this. I got like 3 more things I got to get through. Okay, stop distracting me. So yeah, I'm all for them going for this. I think it's a great idea. I think that these are properties that should be layups. Don't overthink it. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to make it something that it's not. Okay? I don't need a Dracula action movie. I don't need, fucking, I don't know. I don't need an elevated horror Universal monster movie, okay? I don't need an elevated horror Universal monster movie. I'm good with it. Let's just make it what it is. Just a fun monster flick. Scare some people. So, all right. So this is what we got for Wolfman. Shit, drop my beer. Oh, we got him. Look at that. Director of The Invisible Man. And it's got Blumhouse. So that right there, listen, Blumhouse is like on the peak of horror movies right now.
But I swear to God, it was standing on 2 feet.
Meat.
Daddy, are we gonna die?
No, it's my job to protect you.
What's wrong with Daddy?
He got sick.
Mm.
You're scaring me.
Oh, that's Oh, who's that lady? Ow.
Daddy, is that you?
Whoa. Okay. All right. I don't hate it. Wait, who was that? Julia Garner. Okay. Yeah, she's on Ozark, and I think, she's going to be in that new Fantastic Four movie coming out. The Wolfman's brother is coming down on me. Yeah, okay, so this is what I think. This is what I'm hoping they do. If they are going to reboot this Universal monster movie series, try to modernize it a little bit. Because I know like they tried to do that with Wolfman like with Benicio del Toro, where they're like, let's make a period piece. And it was, I don't know. I didn't see it. I really got no opinion on it, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. I think if you want to hook a new audience, modernize it a little bit, give it a new spin. I don't know if everybody has seen the Invisible Man movie, so I'm not going to give away anything on it, but they're saying that maybe a number 2, which if they're looking to do a number 2, I think that there's something in the mix right now that they're trying to get off the ground. We already watched that. So I bring up... Oh, wait, are you... Okay. I bring up the Wolfman. Whoever did this, I don't know if this was the right move. So... We got our even before the trailer came out, we got our very first teaser of the Wolfman at Halloween Horror Nights. And this is what this oh Jesus, you're loud. This is what we got. Which, okay. I think it's fine to promote it. However, this was whoever set this up, I feel bad because I feel like you had a really good idea and really good intentions. This is not a good idea, though. You can't promote a movie coming out that is a monster flick that nobody has seen the monster yet, by putting a guy in a rubber mask and rubber gloves and having him just at people. Put up a banner, put up some teaser images, and then drop the trailer online and let that be it. This was not necessary. This was very unnecessary. I'm sorry. And a lot of people were immediately concerned. A lot of people were like, what the fuck? I'm still hopeful that the movie is going to be good. Okay. Like I'm not going to shit on the movie yet. We're months away from it coming out. That's just some guy. That guy over there, he's just some guy in a mask. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yep. She's also going to be in the Rosemary Baby prequel. Apartment 87. All right. Let's wrap up with some other Halloween Horror Night news. Apparently, it seems like people are into it this year, which is cool. I'm still waiting to go sometime. Maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll make the trip out. Overall, I've been seeing like a lot of cool snaps, a lot of cool videos from people who were there. Highly recommend checking it out online if you haven't yet. If you have gone to Halloween Horror Nights this year, hey, drop a note down below. Let us know what you thought, if it was pretty cool or not. The coolest thing I think I saw, though, was... let me see if I can find it. Blumhouse Terror Tram. I don't want to just rip somebody's... Let's see, what if I find it online? Somebody posted a video of the Blumhouse Terror Tram. And how it starts. It is super fucking cool. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, folks. Oh, wait, is this it? Hang on. Oh, God, that's loud. I'm not showing you because I don't want to just, like, have it, you know. Oh, wait, what's this? Is this it? Hang on. Hang on. Bear with me, folks. I'm getting in there. No, that's... Wait, hang on. Universal Parks Today. What you got for me? I just want, like, the opening shot. Let's Let's see. Do. Hey. Let's try this. Oh, God. Shh. Be quiet. We're streaming. Hit up that Horror Nights June. The Horror Nights. Yes. So, Christy and I are going to be looking into going to some Six Flags Horror Nights, some Fright Fest this year. Let's see. And okay, yeah, here we go. This is it. Okay, so Universal Park News today. That is where you can watch this. All right, this is not our content. I'm gonna give them the shout out. Okay, Universal Halloween Horror Nights from Universal Parks News today. Check them out. Drop a like. The shit was insane when I saw it. I hope I'm not overselling it for y'all.
It is time for you all.
Let's see. Let's go.
Let's open up off to your left to watch your step. Good luck.
Just go straight to the dancing doll.
Wanna hang out? This is the part where you run.
Okay, that one wasn't as good as the other ones I saw. But, go check out some of the walkthroughs. All right? Here, you can check out, again, Universal Parks News today. Giving them the shout-out for that one. Yeah, we are going to look into going to Six Flags Fright Fest. Which, let me see if I can... Which, if you happen to catch last week's episode of Brain Rock Live, Jason Axe and I discussed all the fun and excitement that that Six Flags has to offer. And so, since this is just down the road from Christy and I, we're going to be looking into, possibly going and checking it out. So, if that does happen, we'll have some stuff to report on. So, it's kind of where we're at. All right. I have rambled on for way too long. It is time to be put to bed. So that is what I'm going to do. Where's my music? Where's my music? Where did that go? Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay. So what you can do to help out the channel: like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you're doing in your spooky season. Let us know what you might like to see us cover in the future. We're going to be looking to do some gaming coming up here soon. Maybe some spooky gaming, since we are now in the spooky season. So be on the lookout for that. Whenever Jason Axe gets back off the road and is able to, we're going to be doing some streams. So be on the lookout for that as well. Otherwise, we are here each and every Wednesday night. Brain Wreck Live. Check it out. All right. I'm going to go finish my beer and, I don't know, just kind of settle down for the evening because I'm tired. This is exhausting. I've done so much work. Donate your pets. Get them spayed and neutered.